Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Ang tatalakayin natin ngayon sa ating peer discussion ay tungkol sa Philippines biodiversity at causes of loss of biodiversity. Ngunit ano nga ba ang biodiversity? What is biodiversity?
Biodiversity is all the different kinds of life you'll find in one area. The variety of animals, plants, fungi, and even microorganisms like bacteria that make up our natural world. Each of these species and organisms work together in ecosystems, like an intricate web, to maintain balance and support life.
Maraming salamat Ms. Raylene Ordanza sa napakaganda mong paliwanag at mas lalo naming naunawaan kung ano nga ba ang biodiversity. Now, what is the causes of loss of biodiversity?
Biodiversity loss is caused by 5 primary drivers: habitat loss, invasive species, overexploitation, extreme hunting and fishing pressure, pollution, climate change associated with global warming. In each case, human beings and their activities play direct roles.
Why is there greater biodiversity in subtropical or tropical regions than in temperate regions? It is because these regions are not disturbed due to lesser variations in climate conditions. This is why species had a long evolutionary time for diversity. The environment in temperate regions is more seasonal and unpredictable, hence lesser species diversity.
And now, what is the differences between species diversity and ecological diversity? The distribution and numbers of species in an area are referred to as species diversity, whereas ecological diversity describes the diversity at the ecosystem level.
Our planet is simply amazing. It is one big, finely tuned, incredible machine. Like cogs, pulleys, and wheels working together, depending on each other in so many ways, creating green, blue, healthy world that you, as everyone, depends on. For food, fuel, medicine, and other essentials that we simply cannot live without. And just like any other machines, it takes knocks and bruises. But it can bounce back, stretch, adapt, mend. It is part of what makes it so remarkable. But to what extent can the place we call home endure the constant battering caused by human beings?
Biodiversity is us. It is the link between all organisms on Earth, binding each into an independent ecosystem in which all species have their role. It is the web of life. Thriving biodiversity relies on the many relationships that exist between all living things. These relationships helps create the essential conditions for life: clean air, fresh water, and food. The environment also provides us with the resources we use for fuel, shelters, and medicines. That the ability of enough food, water, and other resources for every creature to live and grow depends on the health of the surrounding environment, making biodiversity essential for life.
Human activities are disturbing both the structure and functions of ecosystems and altering native biodiversity. Such disturbances reduces the abundance of some organisms, cause pollution growth in others, modify the interactions among organisms, and alter the interactions between organisms and their physical and chemical environments. According to the Living Planet Index, there is a decline in biodiversity of 52% between 1970 and 2010. Biodiversity loss has happened faster in the past 50 years than any other time in human history. We lose 35 million acres of native forest, the size of Nepal, every year. Each are 3 species of animals, plants, and other living things vanish forever. We've lost 1/5 of the planet's coral reefs, up to 1/3 of its mangrove forest, 1/2 of the world's wetland. It seems sometimes as though we don't think the nature is worth saving. It's time to ask the big question. What is the biodiversity's worth? What is nature's worth? Plants counteract climate change by capturing carbon dioxide. Wetlands purify water flowing into lakes and streams and into us. Forests soak up rain, reducing the risk of floods. Worms turns waste into life-sustaining soil. Mangroves protect coast from storms. Microbes found in the ocean produce 1/2 of the oxygen we breathe. Nature is behind 9 out of 10 of the world's best medicines. Fruits, nuts, vegetables, and other crops benefits from nature's pollinators. Woods and wetlands, prairies and ponds bring beauty to our lives, increases property values, and give living things a place to call home.
The Philippines is defined by its emerald rice fields, teeming megacities, graffiti-splashed jeepneys, smoldering volcanoes, bug-eyed tarsiers, fuzzy water, buffalo, and smiling, happy-go-lucky people with 7,107 majestic islands. The land of the morning is not susceptible to biodiversity loss. Philippines' natural riches face deteriorates as the incessant exploitation of natural resources in the Philippines is crippling the country's rainforest and biodiversity, as well as robbing indigenous people of their livelihoods. Once covered by an intact rainforest and home to a rich tree and animal paradise, today the mountains are under threat. Illegal logging, slash and burn practices, and mining are eroding the region's rich biodiversity. Population pressure, poverty, and paucity of livelihood opportunities, dearth of values, and the open access nature of many bioresources all contribution to the over-exploitation and non-sustainable use of the country's biodiversities. Philippines houses some of the world's critically endangered species that can only be found in the country. The Philippine crocodile, the Mindoro bleeding heart, Philippine forest turtle, Philippine naked back fruit bat, and the Visayan warty pig.
Biodiversity represents everything that lives on Earth. It is the fruit of billion years of evolution, shaped by natural processes and increasingly by the influence of humans. About 1.75 million species have been identified, but scientists believe that there could be 13 million species living in our planet. Biodiversity is life. It heals us as more than 70,000 plant and tree species on Earth are used in medicine. It gives us shelter. Without wood, we couldn't build houses, furniture, or tools. Biodiversity feeds us and clothes us. The consumption pattern people in rich countries are the principal causes of biodiversity loss. Today, our planet hosts 7 billion people. We need to preserve biodiversity so it can meet the needs of 9 billion people in 2050. One way each of us can contribute to foster biodiversity is to choose a more sustainable lifestyle. We all need to learn that we are all part of a web of life. We need to empower our youth and children today to help foster biodiversity tomorrow. Protecting our planet is in our hands.